Hi, this is Jackie Garcia, and I just wanted to thank you so much for your interest in being a volunteer at the Run Read Rock after school program. I really couldn't do this alone, and I really appreciate you being willing to help and donate your time. Here are some moments from last year. We've had amazing groups of kids throughout the years, and here are a few. As you notice that each participant will receive a t-shirt along with a tote bag to keep all their materials and tools. And the rationale behind it, as I've shared through email and some correspondence, is that this was originated with the thought that um, running, reading, and rocking, when we cultivate the three areas, we endorse just positive habits on a daily basis. Um, and then also that activities such as running can very much open neural pathways to reading and concentrating on language. So some of it has been spawned with a combination around research as well as just experience working with children over the years. So, my hope is that it will provide some foundation and have the kids enjoy themselves and soar to their fullest potentials as leaders. So, growth is the mindset during this whole program. So, the basis is to really meet the kids where they are, and then we build upon that and have the kids really self monitor through their journal entries of how they are really growing in these areas. So I'm hoping that through, so the running and reading part essentially will take place in person on the grounds at Davis. And I found that the rocking character, where the kids will be sharing good character through kindness, being a citizen, and recording their acts of character in a like a digital journal, and that's how I will keep track of that through, in terms of their progress in that area. So this will be open up to second, third, and fourth grade students, and I have found that developmentally at these prime years of development, students are able to really sustain a little bit more and build their endurance in the reading realm. But they also are focusing more so on the fluency of reading and reading to learn, really taking textual information and learning from that. So we are focusing on our mission of being a self determined citizen through acts of perseverance and responsibility, through mind, body, and compassion for others. The belief is that exercise, such as in the form of running, helps break down barriers to learning and growing both academically and socially. So, I'd like to just share with you more of how we organize our time each week. So, second, third, and fourth graders around 3:45 will enter the gymnasium, and we'll greet them, and they will set their school bags and their belongings along the perimeter of the gym. I will then welcome the kids, and I have them be organized in groups, like line groups, and I will be taking attendance one by one and calling them over. And this, in a way, is how I can organize the different groups as well. So here I found that it's like to be a little flexible. If I have a limited amount of volunteers, I can easily adjust during this time. So mainly I have them do like a fun, supportive warm up. It could be a collaborative warm up, a team work warm up, just in the gymnasium. I then will share, regroup, and then we will reshare. I will share a model, a running strategy with the kids. We will then walk to the back area of Davis, and that's where we will complete our 15 minutes of running or walking. For the first day, I will model and show the kids exactly where they are expected and to complete this. And I just mainly turn it into a fun activity to show them the parameters of where to go. And we ultimately want to be safe during this time. So then, after the 15 minutes of running and walking, we head back inside into the school area, into the gymnasium, and this is where we will regroup, and kids will get and retrieve their books and their journals. I will also have books on site if needed, that are leveled by reading ability. And we could have them observe me read and model a strategy. Each participant receives a bookmark, and I will model basically that's a bookmark delineating each strategy, but I will model one by one as each week progresses. And then the goal is for the kids to attempt to transfer that strategy into their reading while they read by themselves. For the first session, I'll show them how to record in their notebooks and how to mark their progress in their notebooks in terms of reading and running. Excuse me. And then I will have the kids basically, will have what's called a rocking character shine out, and we will just recognize all of the good character that kids reported that they've done throughout the week. But the first day, as you would imagine, it's getting into just dismiss safely. So I'll feel out the time, but we will hopefully be able to be out front of Davis at 5 for the kids to be dismissed. I will have sign out sheets that are alphabetically organized where parents will sign out, and they can be on their way. So if you could help with that, volunteers have often, I will give a clipboard to each volunteer, and then parents will sign out. All right. So I have here just how I, again, organize our time. Here is the inside of the notebooks that all the kids will be receiving. And I like to give the participants something tangible and visible to keep track of just their achievements. So I would like to ask you, the volunteers, it's just such a big help to distribute these tokens while the kids read. Usually I have found when the kids are settled, we can hand these out to each kid. Again, the first day, I'll show where these go. I provide, it was really neat, the company that makes these offered a different type of ring for these this year. So I'm going to give those a try. They're a bit sturdier and they can go easily around their bag straps. As I said, the course will be marked out back For reading, they will record, of course, when they come back into the gym, the number of laps. I will often use a book about perseverance to model the strategy. And then I'm hoping students will read their own books, because if they're interested in the book and they had chosen the book, they would be more open and engaged in the book. That's the hope and interested. And excuse me, and then after the time, students will record the number of pages in their journal. So some books about perseverance. And as I stated, students will count the number of kind acts in a form/journal that I'll be sending home with the kids. At the conclusion, I like to invite family members as a culminating event. So a tote bag is provided where the kids will receive this with their t-shirts when I distribute them, and they will have a journal, books, and other tools. And these bags will be brought to the program each week. So the 3K run celebration, we would need like some parent volunteers to just help. So speaking of volunteers, and again, thank you so much. I really couldn't do this without your help and extra eyes during this time. So when we begin, so if I'm warming up the kids in the gym as we start our time each week, if I could have some volunteers go out back and just set up the course with cones, and I'll have them with me. I have a rolling cart with all my supplies. When we are running, of course, if you can just supervise, make sure the kids are running safely, walking safely. We're all about encouragement and positive and cheering each other on. I really would like to stress that throughout the program. And then, of course, when we're supervising reading, you can make sure that the kids are just engaged with their books. I say maybe like using a low tone whisper voice, because the kids are essentially reading. And I don't know about you, but when I'm reading, I need silence. I don't know, or I can tune out sometimes. Um, but as the kids are developing in this area, I strive to have a quiet time. Um, and then we will help with the distribution of tokens, as I showed you before. The big highlight is dismissal, and we will set up under the overhang out front of Davis. And again, I'll have clipboards all ready to go. And each week I do like to provide snacks and water. So I'll make sure they're allergy friendly. And then this too, if a volunteer can help distribute snacks and water, or I'm sorry, I'm not giving out water each week, only snacks. The kids can bring their water. If the snacks can be distributed during the reading time, I would greatly appreciate that as well. Again, quietly is like the key. But I know there may be a lot going on, of course, the first day, but it's all about getting them into routine and knowing what to expect. Okay. So I will see you the first day on March 20th. I hope to be in the gymnasium closest to 3:45. And again, when you check into the office, you will then, they should expect you. I have given the office staff your name, just making sure that everyone's cleared if you are helping. And I think I did reach out to many of you who are not on file. But again, thank you very much. and then you can just walk to the gymnasium. Thank you for your patience as I'm just trying to fight off a cough here. But I wanted to provide you with an overview of what to expect, and I hope everyone is doing wonderful and surviving the March month. I look forward to seeing you soon.